Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our weekly men's volleyball press conference. We will start the press conference with an opening statement from head coach Knipe, and we'll open it up to questions from the media.
Well, it's good to be here and good to start another week, week 2 for us in the Big West. And as I've been saying the last couple of weeks, we're in that part of the year that it's play at home, play away against the same opponent, and this is the one outlier weekend where every other year we switch back and forth with Hawaii, where we're going to go there for 2, and obviously next year they'll come here for 2, but it's still the same opponent, still back to back, and nothing changes in the week other than obviously there's travel involved. The guys are excited to get in the gym and prep for the week and get ready to get over to Hawaii, and obviously expect good matches in a great environment against obviously a very talented team. So here we go.
Coach, what do you think your team learned the most in your first series of the Big West Conference against UC Santa Barbara?
Yeah, I think they learned what we preach all the time, and that is 2 good matches, 2 totally different feels to the matches as far as if you got a chance to watch both. I don't think it was our cleanest first set in either match, but great adjustments by the guys as into the second and third set both nights. And so I think that for the guys, it's being comfortable of using different tools from their toolbox that we work on all the time to lean on to win matches, sometimes in sets or adjustments that are made, whether it be personnel or even tactical. Good teams are not going to do the same thing 2 nights in a row, especially if it wasn't successful. So picking up on the themes and the tendencies and the adjustments teams make, and being flexible and pliable. We talk about that all the time. So, it wasn't perfect. That's for sure. But there was a lot of good and a lot of good communication. And I was really proud of the adjustments the guys made, especially on the block and defense side in night 2 as the match went on, and especially from the service line.
One thing from this UC Santa Barbara series that you might see against Hawaii, but we won't know, and this is something that isn't known all the time, is what lineup that can be put out there due to injuries, due to sickness, whatever. How challenging can that be going against an opponent that is good, that has a deep lineup as well?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So it's a little bit of the idea of getting locked into a scouting report, and then all of a sudden you show up and, they have a different outside or a different set or for different reasons that are happening, or even if the guys did start and then guys come in. So I think that we try to be really good about the way we prep for matches. Yes, we have a feeling, those scouting reports, some tendencies, some distribution, different things that happen on the opponent's side that we want to prep for. But more importantly, we try to prep for tendencies of different pieces that the opponent might have. And then most importantly, stress our systems that we could use, A, B, and C, so that we can be, like I said earlier, flexible and pliable to the ebbs and flow of a match. And some of those ebbs and flows is when personnel changes. So you see personnel change for a multitude of reasons. But a lot of the teams that we play have plenty of guys on the bench that can come in and play. And a lot of times those guys have a different feel to them. Maybe they're a little bigger, a little smaller, they jump a little better, they have a good arm, they maybe don't have the same arm, they set them more, they don't set them, a left-handed opposite, a right-handed opposite, different things happen. So getting too locked into the scouting report and just paralysis by analysis is not what our program is. It's about being pliable and flexible.
And then looking at this matchup against Hawaii, what are going to be some adjustments you're going to have to make when playing in that environment, and then playing both matches on the road back-to-back, and then playing a very talented team who is coming off its first loss and is probably going to have a chip on their shoulder?
Yeah, well, a lot of the things that you mentioned there, we have zero control over. So what we have control over is, how we prepare for the match. We have a great venue that we play in that has the same feel, a lot of the same feel to the size of it, the television, the Terraflex, the crowd, the energy, and that's very good for us. So, what I've said it many, many times, that there's a few schools in the country, and UH being one of them, that creates the collegiate experience at their games and the environment that you want to be in as a collegiate athlete. So credit to them and everything they've done to create that. I think we do the same. So What we need to do is get over there and worry about Long Beach State and execute more, and don't worry about the things that we can't control, and prepare for a team that is a very quality opponent that plays a very good brand of volleyball. And it will never be easy. Points are going to be tough to come by, hopefully on both sides, and focus on the things that we can be better at this week than we were last week, and be able to have the ebbs and flow of the match under control in our communication so that we can make some adjustments from set to set and night to night. And lastly, be freed up to enjoy the moment and the fact that these are enjoyable matches. This is why you play college volleyball. There's no kid out there who is thinking about playing Division I college volleyball that is dreaming of playing, in front of a few people or a few hundred people in a gym about the size of their high school gym. That's not what it's about. And there's nobody who played college volleyball that those are the matches they remember the most. They remember matches that have good quality teams with hopefully a good energetic crowd in whatever venue it is, and exciting and competitive, and that's what we tend to get when these two teams play, and whatever venue it is. So for that, the guys are always excited to play this match because that's what you hope to play.
For matches like these, sometimes a star can come off the bench in terms of serving, and both teams will have very good servers come off the bench, and you have some young servers that might come in. Ryan Peluso came in last series. How much are you excited to see how they perform in a big match like this?
Yeah, I think we have some great servers off the bench, and I think, like you said, Ryan Peluso's done a good job, and Connor Bloom's done a good job. They're both freshmen for us, and Nathan Harlan's been amazing in every role we've asked him to be, and Calvin Sanborn's been great off the bench and serving for us. So yeah, and for us, it's not one. It's almost like it's almost like a baseball. Go to a pitching as far as what pitcher you're going to use. The approach we have on it is, do we want to? All our servers are a little bit different. So it depends on the situation of the match, what we're trying to do with our block and defense, maybe what rotation they're in. But I'll use any of those guys, and we have a couple of guys that really haven't served a lot. Sebastian Rodriguez is a good server for us, and he could easily jump out there and serve as well. So it's a situational, and I think they'll all do well. I think they're all excited about it. The good thing about being a serving sub, as far as getting your reps, is that a lot of times your non-starters get more serving in practice sometimes than your starters, because they're serving at the starting team a lot. So these guys are getting lots of reps all the time, and I know they're all chomping at the bit to show that they can serve, create an opportunity, maybe even dig a ball and get back there and serve again. So yeah.
And now that you mentioned Nathan Harlan, he came in for Aiden, and obviously he actually set a ball, and he's also been really good at the service line. What can you say about Nathan and how he's kind of become a little bit of a Swiss Army knife for you all?
Yeah, I think that's a great way to explain him. There's nothing on the court Nathan can't do, and the good thing is that we believe that, but the best thing about it is Nathan really believes that. So whether we have him serve and play outside, which is his comfortable position that he's played for years, he can also play on the right for us. But he's a very good all-around volleyball player, so he has no problem. If we want the matchup, there's a lot of times I like Aiden's serve of what he does with his float serve for us, and we can be so tactical with it. But if for some reason we're not getting the point scoring number we want in that rotation, I have no problem using Nathan in that row, because he can hit his serve, and he has no problem setting the ball in transition for us and getting a good swing. So yeah, I feel really, really good about having a guy like that. You can plug him into pretty much any spot. I bet if we asked Nate, he would say he's ready to go at libero and middle too. So it's a good person to have for us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you guys, appreciate it.